welcome back to Michelle's Home and Garden. Today we're talking about summer annuals and what has done the best this season in the garden in Illinois in Garden Zone 5. Now, not saying that these won't do well in your area also, but I want to show you some of my favorites. So I'm going to take you around the garden and show you in the ground annuals that I think perform really well in the ground, and then also annuals that I think are outstanding for planters or window boxes. So let's get going today and talk about those beautiful summer annuals. The annuals that look the best and perform the best in planters and window boxes by far, in my experience in my garden, has been the Supertunias. That is the bubblegum, which, let me point that out if you're unfamiliar. This is the bubblegum. And then we have the Supertunia Silverberry right there that's more pinky white. And then I combined that this year with the Jazzberry, which has more of that purpley color. If you want impact and color in planters, you want to purchase some Supertunias. And they have all colors of Supertunias, so whatever you are liking in your garden. Now look at the window boxes. Again, you're going to see that bubblegum pink Supertunia. It is very vigorous. You can also plant this in the ground. I have really good luck with it in planters and in my window boxes. Another really good performer for me is the potato vine, Sweet Caroline potato vine. I like this color, this chartreusey green color. I think it looks really well with all of the other annuals. And I've put it, last year I even had it in a pot just by itself and put it up against the dark green arborvitaes out in the back garden, and that light green and dark green contrast was just gorgeous. One of the best verbenas that I have is this purple verbena. It does outstanding, grows huge, really good for planters and window boxes if you like verbena. If you're looking for high impact, I would suggest planting just one color in a planter. Now that is Jazzberry Supertunia in that wicker basket, and that is just massive, as you can tell. In the back behind it is just one plant in a planter, and that is the Supertunia Silverberry. Another great performer in a planter is the Chocolate Drops Colorblaze Coleus, and that is a proven winner's plant, and it does really well. This is my first year with this plant, and I've planted it in my front urns and also in this urn, and it is just outstanding. It is very vigorous and grows really well. And I do like it with the combination of the dark potato vine, and then that is a another proven winner's petunia, but it's doing well too. So that's a pretty one. But by far, if I had to pick one of those, it would definitely be the Chocolate Drops Coleus. There is the bubblegum petunia with Victoria Blue Salvia. Now I have some of this salvia up front that I'm going to show you in the ground, and it is an annual, and I absolutely love this. Now this is not a proven winner's plant, this salvia, Victoria Blue, but it performs beautifully in a pot or in the ground. Before moving up front, my question of the day is, I'm sharing all the annuals that I have enjoyed this summer. What about you? What has been your favorite annual or annuals, more than one? Comment below and let us know, because there may be some new ones we all want to try next year or later this season. In the ground annuals, I mean, what can I say? These are gorgeous. They are doing fabulous this year, and I'm loving the colors. So let's talk about these. I just mentioned that Victoria Blue Salvia, which is an annual, and I buy this in little tiny 4-packs and 6-packs, and it gets massive and looks just stunning all summer long. This will just continue, and the bees love this, the hummingbirds love it. It is a pollinator attractor. So I cannot speak highly enough of this Victoria Blue Salvia. And it is an annual though, so you do, although I had mentioned previously, I did have some come back this season from last season that I had planted up here. So you may get it to overwinter for you. So what are some other things in here? The spider plant. I love the white spider plant, which its name is Cleome. And I have that in some different colors, but I've done a lot of white in that this year. And I like to cut those and take those inside, and they make beautiful vase flowers. I will tell you they do have thorns on them though, so that's something to consider, that they are kind of sharp. They can be sharp like a rose bush. Some of the other beautiful things that do really well, the Vinca. Do you see the Vinca? And this still has dew on it from overnight, but the Vinca is hiding under there. I've got a darker one here, the pink. I've got some white on the other side I'll show you of the Vinca. That is a fabulous annual that'll continue to grow and get big. Zinnias. I have little compact zinnias that do fabulous as annuals. There's a white one. I have a dark pink one. Zonal geraniums. Now, the zonal geraniums, I've got some different shades of that pink, and they're doing well. I did not do seed geraniums this year, but seed geraniums do really well also. The zonal geraniums, I will tell you, are more pricey than a seed geranium. And my experience has been they look nice and they are pretty, but I don't know that I get that much of a difference than a seed geranium. Now these do look like little rosettes, which I think are really pretty on that zonal geranium, but they are annuals, and for the price, depending on how much you would want to spend, they are going to cost more. Dusty Miller. Dusty Miller is doing really well, and I like the white contrast, the white silvery contrast against the green. Back here in the very back there is another zinnia in a hot pink. The dahlias. Now the dahlias are annuals, and that's something that I planted new this year. And that dahlia is a compact variety, only gets about 18 inches tall. And I would plant that again. Now, so let's go around here to the other side. Do you see how big this Vinca here on the end has gotten? And they'll continue to get, we're only in mid-July, so they'll continue to grow and get larger and larger. There is that hot pink zinnia, very well performing. White Vinca. This is the dahlia on the south side. So this side is getting more sun than the other one and is more open because it's closer to the end, closer to the south. And look how well it's doing. We've got all these color different variations on the dahlia. And as you can see, let me step back a little bit. It is very compact. So if you have a tight little space that you want to pop a color, that dahlia would do it for you. So those are some of the best performing annuals for in my zone 5 in Illinois. Zinnias, Vinca, right there some Vinca, the Victoria Blue Salvia, Dusty Miller, that white and silvery color, Cleome, the spider plant, Zonal geraniums. If you want instant pop and instant color and continued growth throughout the season, and the impact when you step back and take a look at the flowers playing together with all those different colors and contrast is just a really gorgeous look. I would definitely do this combination and these types of flowers again next season. The thing I really like about that Victoria Blue Salvia is it gives me the look of lavender. I do have some lavender right in front here. I did plant one English lavender, which is not an annual, it's a perennial. And it's doing well, but a lot of times in my area, I struggle with having lavender. And this to me gives me that English cottage type feel, that Victoria Blue with something that I can't grow as well as other areas. So I just can't talk Victoria Blue up enough. If you have not tried it, you need to invest in it and put it somewhere in your garden, or you can try it in a planter like I showed you with the bubble gum. But I do think if I would choose which I like better, I do like it better in the ground. I think it performs better in the ground than it does in a planter. Okay, the front urn. Now what I wanted to show you on the front urn is the Colorblaze Coleus that I showed you in the back. This is up in the front and it's getting more south sun and it is doing fabulous. So again, that Colorblaze Chocolate Drops Coleus, if you're looking for a performer, that is doing really well. And then Potatoe Petunia from Proven Winners. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's got that chartreusey green on the outline of it. So if you like purple and like that color of the green, I would try that. It's an outstanding performer. And I really like this. Let me show you. Sweet Caroline Potato Vine. You take this color green and you add in that purple with that green tinge. Gorgeous. You could put one of each of these in a pot and they both get so huge that they would easily fill out a window box or a planter. There you have it. All the summer flowers, annuals that are doing well in my garden this year. The things that look the best in the ground, the things I would highly recommend for planters or window boxes. I hope that gave you some ideas, some inspiration of things you may want to try this year. It may not be too late, or put on your list for next year that you want to try. Thanks for watching today. Have a great day and get out into your garden. I'll see you in the next one.